Hello. It's 2:50 p.m. So I'm upset right now because the skank next door with the 666 kids, she's fraudulently and illegally blasting her loud music right now. And I don't have any other time of the day where I can do my daily music. I'm sorry, the daily YouTube videos like I've been doing. So the noise that you hear is her loud music. So, the lady who got me in here, she lied and said that it's very quiet around here. It's not even a whole bunch of old people. It's younger people. So if I try to I'm afraid of things escalating or getting worse if I try to confront her. And people don't even care to be, respectful of somebody's like disability or medical condition or hypersensitivity. They feel like, oh, well, too bad. That's your problem. But they're the ones with the narcissistic, sociopathic personalities. I don't know. It's like I'm going to try to. I probably should have had. And I try to close all the doors. Hoping it would try to reduce the noise because it looked like they had their door open on purpose to amplify the noise even more. And you know what? Both sides, they be smoking weed. Look, I don't have a car, but I was told that people ain't supposed to drive their car, up on here. Well, they got the front door closed. I hate living next to or near idiots like this. So they don't know or care anything about the truth or the Illuminati or nothing. And in the parking lot right there, I see at least 3 vehicles that I know is perp vehicles. 3 all in a row. And then I see some more perp cars over there. Dang. So, and look at them. See, the ghetto perp neighbors, they do what the hell they want. Hold up. So it seems kind of like as if, I don't know if they shut the music down. But if they shut the music down some, I think they did. But they had it blaring. But I could still hear their music. So, nope, they didn't shut it down. I could still hear it. See, they shut it down for a bit, and then she's still blasting the loud music. And they're singing on purpose. Like, you're going to hell. And then she acts like she delusionally believes she has the authority to do this. I don't know. I'm trying to, I guess I'll go in the bathroom. But very much conform to the world. Like, very worldly. Nothing or nobody, nothing godly at all. As I said, one of my subscribers said that she got cult vibes. And this girl, she younger than me. So, the baby daddy, well, I had not seen him until like a couple of days ago. That was my first time ever seeing him, was like maybe 1 or 2 days ago. Maybe 1 or 2 days ago. Maybe 2 or 3 days ago. But it was a couple of days ago I first saw him. But attitude-wise, he not mean. But whenever I go inside, he's coming outside. Or he always come outside at the exact same time I do. He did it this morning. And so, like, all I know is my second or third night here. I don't think it was the first night. But the second or third night here, the second or third night here, I overheard them two, what it sounded like them two arguing at but like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It was all quiet, and next thing you know, they were arguing and fussing at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I had never seen him before until like a couple of days ago. And then after that, it was the first time I saw him was a couple of days ago, but I hadn't seen him before, so I don't even know if they temporarily broke up for a while. If they temporarily broke up for a while, or if he went to jail for a couple of weeks. I don't know. But, so, yeah, I thought that in low-income housing or apartments or whatever, that basically, if you have a certain amount of family members, then you have to have like a certain amount of bedrooms. So I don't know how many kids she got, but it looked like she got at least 4. I counted at least 4. So, and then she got him. So I'm just one person. I got this 1 bedroom. But I thought that they would have like more, if they would have like more, I can't even think properly, y'all. I'm sorry. If they had like I thought that they would be required to be in a room with like more bedrooms. Be in an apartment with more bedrooms. But these neighbors on this side, I don't know exactly who lives there, because there'd be so many people trafficking in and out of there, and they get lots and lots of visitors. But as I said, on both sides, I've smelled weed coming from, whether it be their place or their place, weed and cigarettes. But let me show y'all, I don't even smoke, and I hate the smell, and I hate being forced to smell my enemy's cigarettes or anybody's cigarettes or weed. But y'all want to enforce rules. People want to be self-righteous about rules. The rules only enforced when y'all want to make it like I break a rule. Hold up. So yeah, like even when I was living in I couldn't do it in Bloomington because Bloomington only had one window, and I couldn't open the window. They didn't have like a screen door, there was no way I could really open the window. And then like the regular door didn't have a screen door like this. But when I was living in Los Angeles and in Greenville, South Carolina, my thing I used to do would be like have the AC on at night and the windows closed. But or I would have like I would have the I think I used to have the AC on in the AC off during the daytime. During the daytime I would have the AC off, you know, and front and back door open. And I don't remember having a screen door in the back in Los Angeles. So I think I used to have the windows open during the day and the air conditioner off. And then at nighttime have the air conditioner on and all or the heater if it's hot. I'm sorry, the heater if it's cold, and then have the AC, have the heater or AC on at night and all the windows and doors shut at night. So I apologize for the noise. I try to show y'all the big space. So one of my subscribers said that she gives off cult vibes. Well, gang stalking is a cult. They said that the gang stalking network is a cult. That requires selling your soul. But it's like basically if you sell your soul to the devil and you're still living in the hood and driving around in a raggedy car, you basically sold your soul for nothing, or sold your soul for pennies. And every single last one of them be having like a narcissistic personality, even the ones who be fake nice. The ones who be fake nice, you'll see their asshole mentality later on. But I guess they'll start off fake nice, but then once you catch on that they're a perp, then they switch on you and act vicious and brutal. So but last night between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning, I don't recall having any sleep at all. I don't recall having any sleep. So I could not sleep. I feel the sleep deprived feeling. My body feels weak. I feel heavy pressure on my heart. My heart is beating kind of fast, like my heart rate is a little bit high. And around, what time was it? Around, I think it was 10:45 this morning. I tried to get me some sleep. And then I heard what sounded like a loud bang. Or if somebody was banging on my door, or I don't know. I thought I heard noise or loud banging or bam or something. And then after that, that startled me. and kept me up. Like the very instant that I try to close my eyes and start to go to sleep, like 11 o'clock this morning, I heard the loud noise or whatever. And I had my earbuds in. So, I'm surprised that I survived cooking lunch or preparing lunch. I felt like, well, I had that for lunch, but that was dinner kind of food, you know. So, basically, last night I had some, I think it was, oh yeah, I had 2 pieces of meat. I was really hungry because I had like around after 12 o'clock noon, I had breakfast, super late breakfast. And then I had just the last of the oatmeal with some coconut oil in it and a little bit of pink Himalayan salt. And then I didn't have anything until 5 something. Well, that was my quote unquote lunch. It was around 5:30 in the evening or whatever. And then, let's see, what did I have? Oh man, I don't remember. I know I had a piece of, I had the last hamburger patty, but I don't know if I had the last hamburger patty, and I don't remember if I had rice and no, I didn't have mixed vegetables until dinner. So I kind of don't remember. I do know I had the meat patty, but I don't remember if I think I did have. I think I did have rice, and then, but I didn't. I don't remember if I had like any. I think I don't remember. Oh, you know what? I think I had an apple and oatmeal for breakfast, and then meat and rice, and I don't remember what else. And then later on, it was like maybe 8 o'clock or 8:30. I had it was between 8 o'clock and 8:30. I had the last piece of salmon and some cheesy mashed potatoes and a little bit of leftover cooked mixed vegetables. But I couldn't eat all the vegetables. I got really full, but it seemed like as if I ended up cramming my quote unquote 8 glasses of water a day, seemed like I kind of crammed it, yesterday. But then today, yeah, I don't remember having any sleep last night, but I don't know. I couldn't detect. Usually it's her, but it kind of sounded like it was from this side last night, but somebody waited until, like, it was all quiet and they waited until after 12:30 last night. In the middle of the night, they waited till after 12:30 to have their TV on. And it wasn't blaring loud, but it was loud enough that I heard it and it was bothersome to me. And that might be part of the reason why I couldn't sleep. And then so between 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock, I don't remember having any sleep, but I woke up at 5:56 this morning, and I was upset and disappointed because my day didn't go out how I wanted it to. Excuse me. I wanted, to be able to sleep good last night and hopefully be refreshed or well rested. But I probably would have felt the sleep deprived feeling left over from previous days of not having enough sleep. And so then I would have wanted to go and eat somewhere and then go to the beach and chill and relax, or maybe have fun and get in the water and get wet and go swim and then come back. But I couldn't. I woke up so early and I don't remember having sleep, so I'm feeling very sleep deprived, and I'm feeling very sleep deprived. And then so for lunch I showed y'all what I had. Well, for breakfast this morning, I already showed y'all and told y'all about the fake the Instacart driver. But that happened my very first Uber Eats order too. My very first Uber ride ever in my life that I ordered, or my very first Uber Eats, and also the very first Instacart. How they got me the first time, and so the lady acted like a very, 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 very religious fake perp. But I saw that one headlight. But due to it being daytime and the sunlight in my phone angle, I don't even know if y'all were able to see the one headlight on her car clearly. So, excuse me. Basically, I would have ended up spending like $50 or almost $60 on the food that I did buy. But they had a buy one get one free. So I try to take advantage of those, and I saved approximately half. Of course, not exactly half, but approximately half. And they said that the delivery fee is waived, or you get free delivery the first 3 orders. The delivery fee would have been $8. The delivery fee would have been $8, but I still had to pay the tax was I'm surprised they charged me tax, and I had nothing but food, but the tax was 49 cents, and then they charged me a $4 service fee. But if it would have been after I got the Social Security check and I had enough, then I would have, I would have, if I would have gone to fake Walmart or something and got groceries and then had to come back here, the Uber ride would have cost more than, it probably would have costed more than double of the delivery fee from Instacart. Well, the DoorDash delivery fees is cheaper than Instacart. If Instacart is $8 or $7.99, but DoorDash being $3.99 or $4.99 or something like that. So, but the online perps be gossiping, talking about, oh, she wasted her money doing food delivery or whatever. But you can only bring a certain amount of items on the bus. But the amount of items that I ordered through Instacart today, that was small enough that I could have rode on a bus. But as I said, the reason why I could not go out because of being feeling so sleep deprived and my body feeling weak, and then these fuckers like sitting here torturing me with the damn noise harassment and noise campaign. Unbelievable. Even that is during the day, but you're doing this on purpose to fuck with me and harass me. You know, so she seemed like the type of person where I'm supposed to be scared of her or frightened and intimidated by her. She seemed like the type of person who would be ghetto enough to put her hands on me. She seemed like the type of person who would put her hands on me. And knowing me being targeted and how abusive and narcissistic the cops are, the cops probably wouldn't do anything. Or they probably want to criminalize me and take me to jail. But even other people have on TikTok and YouTube recognized that they see her perp activity in the other neighbors, their obvious perp activity. These people over here, they're not too bad, but she's a big problem. But they're a little problem, So I don't like to be forced to smell the marijuana, the weed. I smelled it yesterday. And I think I did smell it today, but even on their side, I think they be smoking weed too. And you got kids in the doggone house. So yeah, like numerous times if I had to go to the grocery store or a fake Walmart and have too much stuff to carry, if there's too much to carry or something I can't carry, or if the bus driver will say it's too much stuff, then, I would have to take an Uber, and the Uber would be like anywhere between, $10 and $20. So, like the last Uber ride from fake Walmart, and that lady was a perp. I don't remember how much it costed, but it was, I don't remember offhand how much it costed, but it was somewhere between $15 and $20. But, when I had a place to live, like living in New Orleans towers and stuff, I go to fake Walmart. I might walk or take the bus. And even living in Denton, Texas, I will always have to take a cab back because the bus drivers will harass me about can't bringing too much stuff on the bus. I had an issue with in Victoria, Bloomington, with that transportation. So then the online perps, they try to say Candy be taking cabs and Ubers. Oh, she be living deliciously, or she be eating deliciously and illegally, and she be taking cabs, or they try to falsely make it like as if I'm living real nice, or which is not even true. Excuse me. So they would have moments where I would have to so much stuff from my storage unit that I would have to take a cab to or from the extended stay hotel, more like cab or Uber. So today was somebody agreed with that other person condemning me, saying I can't be ordering food delivery due to being targeted. And then another person condemned me for eating dairy. So Yeah. Oh, so this morning I had a pumpkin muffin. Didn't really taste like pumpkin at all. It was a pumpkin muffin, and I had like a half of a small container of chopped up or already cut up pineapple. And my body like had a detoxing effect this morning. So, well, let's see. So, so wait a minute. Hold on. My mind is like kind of losing my train of thought. My mind kind of going blank. So, so yeah, somebody condemned me for eating dairy, and two people condemned me for ordering delivery. And I said, well, I can't even afford. Well, the buses aren't reliable, and they have limited hours. And the buses aren't reliable. They have limited hours, and as I said, my body I feel like so weak with the sleep deprivation. You know, and another reason I just did not feel like being perked. But I kind of started to excuse me, gather up some bus fare and get on the bus and go. But I didn't have time to. I didn't feel like I had time to deal with the perk bus drivers playing games on whether or not they want to come way too early or come too late, rather than coming to at least close to on time. So, excuse me. So, but she blasted her music like that because she saw me earlier. But like when she saw me, not this past Thursday, but I think it was the Thursday before that, her, excuse me, the Thursday before that, she gave me a problem with blasting loud music or loud TV that night and the next two nights, and then she left me alone for like at least a week. And then in the middle of the night, last night, it probably was her because that I heard the TV all night, and then after that, like after she saw me this morning, and then now she blasting the loud music. But I think she did blast loud music or had loud TV or something last weekend. But the weekends before that, really no issues. So the man a few doors down that way, he eventually left me alone. But then I'm got to deal with other neighbors, like those people in those buildings over there. For the past couple of days, they've been doing weird shit. And like last night, like the guy sent the drunk female to like as if he sick her on me like a dog. And then she got like very close up on me. She got very close up on me. She didn't even have the respect to keep a kind of a little bit of a distance, but she was very close up on me. But she was respectful enough to not have her cigarette in my face. But she was drunk, and she was like, I was able to smell the alcohol, not just on her breath, but her whole body smelled like alcohol. And she had like an orange an orange can. I don't know if it was for a local or whatever. She had something orange and she smelled like beer, you know. Well, something slightly different from beer, but she smelled like alcohol, you know. So I'm like, even if it's, you know, a certain amount of allowed hours or whatever, I can, like, with my hypersensitivity, I can't even deal with the you know, the vibrating from the bass, and then the noise hurts my ears, and then my body vibrating. But then there can be no noise, no loud music, and due to the direct energy weapons, I still feel the vibrating. So I mean, I will still end up feeling the vibrating. Excuse me. So I even felt the vibrating kind of violently last night too. It was borderline unbearable. And it's like I just got here and I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of everything already. You know. So hold up. And in the middle of the night, David Jane sent me more harassment. He made another fake new account with more harassment. He made another fake new account with more harassment and more lies. So he lied on me and said that Trisha said that I urinated on her floor. Well, she probably did tell that lie. Well, if I did such a thing, there was no talk when I was there. So you're lying because she didn't she didn't like all the stuff she said in her videos, full of lies about me. You know, all the stuff she said in her videos. You know, there was no discussion. Like she pretended like everything was all cool and everything. So they're vibrating me right now. And she's probably still got her fake trash music. Yeah, I could still kind of hear it, but I didn't realize they had stupid birds. So she pretended to be, I don't know her name. I don't know any of the neighbors' names. So she pretended to be fake nice this morning, you know, telling me about the other guy from, I guess, the apartments down there or something. And, well, I really don't want a sofa bed. But, you know, I'm scared to trust to accept it because, like, for a perp to give me furniture and stuff, or a narcissistic abuser or somebody, you know, I don't want your furniture. But, you know, I say I don't like living up in here for now. You know, I don't want, it's just me. So I don't want, hold up. I just yawned and I thought I needed to burp. Sorry. So I don't really want guests over here. I don't want friends. I don't want, because I can't trust anybody. Being a targeted individual, I cannot be a people person. So, so it's like I'm afraid of confronting her. This time, even though I already told her before, but I'm afraid of confronting her. I mean, she has the personality of the type of person who would seriously hurt me. Or I don't even know if she would get the baby daddy to hurt me or get other people to hurt me. But every single day, living up in here, I'd be afraid of getting hurt or killed, you know, because of for me trying to defend myself against the perp activity. But when I was in Bloomington, I kind of like the neighbors near me. I didn't have that much fear of them. But y'all saw the video where that guy had threatened me at the gas station, in the gas station parking lot, and he was an obvious perp. He threatened me. So I even had video footage of perps threatening to kill me. Especially like it was every day for at least 2 weeks. Every day after I came from Trisha, every day I had to deal with male perps and maybe a couple of females in person, making death threats at me or making threats to kill me. So people in the so-called TI community try to make it like as if it's just a no-touch torture, mind control experimentation program, and that you should just ignore them. Yeah, the narcissistic control freak, popular fake TI perps always talking about ignore them, and that they would that then they want to say that the perps aren't allowed to put their hands on TIs, or that they're not allowed to hurt or kill us. But I've been assaulted. One time when I was homeless on the streets, I think it was 2019 or 2020. It could have been 2021. A perp had chased me in the middle of the night. It was a black guy too. He chased me in the middle of the night. And I had to get up from my sleep spot. So, I mean, and pretty much everybody knows about the fake Jehovah's Witness perp, homeless perp Mary. What was her name? Wait, hold up. Marietta Denise McLeod, that was her name. So, yeah, she was supposed to have done 2 years in jail, but they let her out in less than 3 months. And then they had her perping me and trying to intimidate me on my job at work. And when I was working at fake Shitville Quarter, Seville Quarter, and they try to force me to ignore it and continue working when she made me feel unsafe. And she would always give me this death kind of hate anger look, like as if she want to kill me. And then she would be stalking and following and harassing me everywhere. And her fists seem like she fight crazy, and fight worse than a man. But I'm surprised that they even took her to jail for assaulting me. But then they shortened her sentence. She was already perping before. But I saw the mug shot and everything. You know. So I saw the mug shot and everything. So yeah, yesterday evening, the very second I wrote a title for a short story and started trying to write the short story, that was when those perps over there began the noise campaign. You know, but as I said, I'm not even trying to like mind other people's business or try to be a Karen or try to control people. But I hate the smell of the weed, and your loud music is torturing me. Excruciating torture. Excuse me. Unbearable torture. So I apologize for her noise campaign or her ghetto noise harassment or whatever. Because if I weren't living here, then she wouldn't be playing that music. It will probably be quiet because, they just started to have perp neighbors. It's like almost everybody is damn perps. I mean, almost everybody in this complex. But they have a few nice people, but almost everybody's perps. It seemed like they only have like one elderly disabled person. No, it's a couple. Like the two households in front of me, I think they might be like elderly or disabled or something. But all these motherfuckers, they seem young enough to be able-bodied. But like, I needed some relief off the streets, and affordable housing, since y'all won't allow me to have a job, to be able to earn my own income and own a house, be a homeowner. So, as I said, forced low income all my life. And so it's like, when I found out that the place was in the projects, I already knew it was going to be a problem. Like, but to be honest, I guess it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But it can be unbearable at times. But, people in the hood or in the ghetto, they have a reprobate mind and they don't have a conscience. They know what they're doing, but they just give zero fucks. They do not care at all. So, and they figure that they can do what they do because they feel like that they can just have zero regard for a so-called crazy person. I mean, they don't even be trying to listen or trying to hear me when I try to explain to them that I have a disability and I'm hypersensitive. The lady that got me in here, I brought that up to her and she tried to tell me, oh, it's quiet. Excuse me. Or maybe she didn't know about the noise. But it probably was quiet, but then once I get here, yeah, they create the noise campaign specifically for the target. So it's like I can't even afford, like, for people to say like my income ain't high enough. I can't afford to finance or buy a car. And I can't even afford to, like, with my monthly income, I can't even afford, like, I don't even have enough to be able to afford to rent a car for a day. I can't even afford to rent a car for a day. So, yeah, I mean, you're getting on my case, yelling at me about delivery or ordering delivery, but I don't have a car. I don't have a car. And, you know, so basically, I had recently had oatmeal. So that's why I didn't buy, the oatmeal. So I wanted something different, but I ended up getting the muffins. So, well, at least for the next couple of days until Tuesday, I'll end up having like muffins and fruit for breakfast. And then, since I had 4 pieces of meat, I was extremely hungry. Um, so I had, at least had one really healthy meal. I mean, like breakfast was half healthy today. The pumpkin muffin wasn't healthy, but the pineapples were healthy. But the lunch was very healthy. But for dinner, since I had so much cheese, I had macaroni and cheese, So I guess I have plain mashed potatoes and more vegetables and fruit. And so the meat, the only meat I was able to get was chicken. Like that 1 pack of chicken. And it was 4 boneless, they said organic boneless chicken thighs. So they were quite small. They were small. So I had 2 of them for lunch, but then I won't have any for dinner. And I'll try to have, so I guess tomorrow and Monday, the breakfast will be, a muffin and some fruit on the side. And then, you know, raw green leafy vegetables and macaroni and cheese and a piece of chicken. I guess that would be tomorrow and Monday for dinner. I'll have 1 piece of chicken, But for lunch, I might just have mashed potatoes and more fruit or vegetables or something. I don't know. Or maybe another muffin or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But me, I put a generous amount of coconut oil in the mac and cheese. So I don't know. It's the pumpkin muffins or the muffins, they had almost 30 grams of sugar, but they didn't have too much fat or whatever, But then I looked at the ice cream and I can't eat the ice cream because, I don't want to try to eat the ice cream and then freak out, being afraid that I don't know if it might be okay for me to eat some ice cream later, but I'm afraid of freaking out about whether or not I had too much saturated fat in my diet for the day, because coconut oil is good for you, but it's pretty high in saturated fat. But I don't know. I think I might be all right, because as I said, when I was eating out, eating at restaurants, homeless on the streets, I was in too much in survival mode to care about, calories and fat and sugar and sodium and all that. But I did fine, So I did fine. So I mean, today I guess I have some cooked vegetables that I didn't finish eating last night. So I guess I'll have that and some mashed potatoes, the instant mashed potatoes, and probably some more fruit and maybe another muffin or some ice cream. I don't know. I don't know if I have another muffin or some ice cream, but this is just to last me until Tuesday. So like, well, I had two today, but tomorrow being Sunday, tomorrow and Monday for the day, I guess I can like one small piece of chicken is the only meat I can have. I mean, that I have available, but I felt like I have been craving ice cream or craving sweets, and also feeling depression, but I felt like, oh, it's buy one get one free for the ice cream, so I got that. But then I felt disappointed because I thought that was an all natural ice cream, or it didn't say organic, but I thought that brand was organic or natural, but it said that so-called natural flavors, that's not to be trusted. So I guess I'll eat it, until it's gone, but after that, I'm gonna try to not eat that brand anymore. So yeah, like I'm scared about. I be afraid about my health, you know. And another wart popped up on this part of my hand, plus the tip of my thumb. So it looked like I got 3 active warts on this hand and a couple of tiny little babies on this one. I really need to battle. But I hope I don't have plantar warts, but I can't tell, you know. So, but I told myself that I know I need a detox overhaul, you know. And with the detox will come losing weight, you know. So I don't even know if I have parasites in my body. You know, I do know because I've been having a seborrheic dermatitis and the dandruff and everything flaring up. So I know that I have like a candida or candidiasis flare up. But, you know, I want to be able to eat more nutritious. I mean, I got a little bit fruits and vegetables. You know, I tried, but the because there was only like certain limitations. I mean, everything was like all the stuff that was buy one get one free. I'm like, damn, this is all the Illuminati poison food, and it was very hard to find something healthy for you or good for you or natural. So I got the pineapples and I got, well, the chicken said organic, and that was the only one that was there for sale. I mean, the buy one get one free for sale. But I got one package, but they charged me half price. So after my order was delivered to me, the Instacart. Then I got an email saying that somebody gifted me $10 towards my order, but I did not see it anywhere. I didn't see it anywhere. I didn't see the $10 gift or discount anywhere. So, but I mean, maybe like later on this week, I definitely will have to shop for groceries again. And, I don't know if the bus driver would go off on me if I bring my buggy on the bus, or if I have to take an Uber, But when I was living in Los Angeles, the grocery store would be like 4 blocks away. So I could just walk, and I had my buggy with me. Or, me going to the food banks and everything. So I looked online and it seemed like there was really hardly any food banks where you know for sure what date you can go. But as I said, the one that I looked at yesterday, they said that it's nothing but very, very old, expired food that's unsafe to eat, pretty much. So I did like the food stamp calculator thing. And like when I did the food stamp calculator in the middle of the night last night, it looks like as if they estimate that I would get $102 a month. But that's not really guaranteed though. I didn't do like the formal applying for food stamps yet, But it's like I'm like, well, this is a shame though, because when I was homeless, they were only giving me $15. So when I came in April 30th, 2019, and then it was May, and I applied for the food stamps. It didn't take weeks or months like when I was in Bloomington, but the food stamp worker over the phone was extremely abusive to the point where it was traumatizing. And then in 2020, when it was time to renew, I didn't even bother with it. Or it was late 2019 or early 2020, because I think that you had to renew like every 6 months or something. So that's all you gave me is $15, where I won't even bother. But when I was in Greenville, South Carolina, I was homeless on the streets. And I applied for food stamps, and it was the black lady on the phone. And she's like, well, you ain't paying rent nowhere. But then I got me into a place where I was paying rent and bills, and they refused to raise my they refused to raise my food stamp amount, and I had to stay stuck with $15. I think it was $15 a month or so. But I've heard instances where people living in certain cities and states where they get SSI and Social Security and they have a place to live, but I don't know if they don't be on Section 8 or not. And they said that their food stamps is, they said that their food stamps is only $23. But other people said that they were in the same predicament, but I guess living in a different state, and that their food stamps will be like $125 or $130. Excuse me. So, yeah, I mean, I have these fears of going broke next month, you know, but, I'm still pretty new here. So I got to try, as I said, I got to try to get some dishes and like try to go to Dollar Tree or something like that and get some dishes, and I also need to find a way to get knives to cut fruit and meat and stuff. So I even used the wooden cooking utensils when I cooked the lunch today, and I was scared because like I was afraid of pieces of wood getting in my food, you know. But the foster mom, she conditioned me and probably cursed me, you know. When it came to her, she was rich, living a high life, and had like a brand new BMW convertible, and had all these expensive, fancy mink coats. Excuse me. And she used to wear white diamonds perfume. But everything when it comes to us, she always wanted to be clearance and 90% off and everything that's cheap and on sale. And then she would turn around and call us ungrateful. But then she would do other people's kids way better than us in front of our faces. Everything had to be cheap and on sale, or it had to be the cheapest you can find. So now, because of my finances and income being like so tight and so low, pretty much all my adulthood life, mostly, I always had to opt for the cheapest on the menu or the cheapest on a shelf. But then, as I mentioned yesterday about, if I buy something cheap and junk, I deserve heart attacks. But then if I buy something nutritious and healthy, if I buy something nutritious and healthy, then, I I'm wasting my money. So yeah, yesterday evening after the video, it was some time after the video. I don't think it was right after, but it was some time after the video that I try to work on writing a short story. I try to work on writing a short story, and the very second I started with the title and try to think of some names of characters, that's when they created down there that way. A couple of buildings on the other side behind me, from what I showed y'all. That's when they had their ghetto noise campaign. So it's multiple neighbors doing this. As I said, there can be moments where I can have almost a whole week of peace and quiet. And then people try to say that, well, you want to know why they keep doing that? Because they know it bothers you. But they don't have a right to do that. And that's what people say, that people need to learn how to be more loving, more neighborly, and more respectful. But the gang stalking program is basically hate thy neighbor, The Bible says love thy neighbor, but the satanic gang stalking being everything opposite of what the Bible says. Hate thy neighbor. Or basically, some of them walk around here with fake love or fake nice. So yeah, they've been torturing me with the sleep deprivation. I've been getting inadequate sleep or little to no sleep. And I said I didn't want like any, like all I want is like a double or a queen size mattress. But I don't know, a bed would be nice, but like a whole bed, like the bed frame and box spring, the box spring or whatever. But people say targeted individuals in order to they said that the metal in the box springs is making the direct energy attacks more powerful. But I've had moments where I had no phone in my house or no phone in my house and sleeping on the floor, and still, and living in other places, and still dealing with the vibrating torture. I know that when I was in Greenville, South Carolina, I had to deal with that. If I had no phone, and but I sometimes wonder if having like me having the Wi-Fi internet box, if that contributes to the directed energy torture too. I'm not sure. I haven't heard other targets talking about that. But like phone or no phone, they were vibrating my body the first day I got up in here. Excuse me. So it looks like if I have to pay out of pocket for food, a monthly budget, I would have to give myself like, well, I don't even know if I can. Like when I had the food stamp back pay in Bloomington, I did very good. That was very good. But, once all that got spent up and then the regular $130 a month, I think that other person was correct that basically $130 worth of food will last you like 3 weeks. And then the rest of the money, on food stamps, $130 worth of food stamps last you like 3 weeks. And then the rest will, you got to come out of pocket. But yeah, excuse me. But like, yeah, before I became homeless in my hometown, New Orleans, I was living on Section 8. My rent was like $154 a month. And I don't remember how much my electricity was, but yeah, I was getting like $192 or $194 a month for food stamps right before I became homeless. And that was the most food stamps I ever got. So yeah. So I thought that maybe if I could give myself a budget of $200, until or unless I could get the food stamps. But other than that, with the food banks, the food from the food banks, a lot of the times it'd be Illuminati food or GMO food, but certain food banks you get fresh produce. But, you know, but certain other food banks, it's saying like all they would give you is expired Publix pastries or something like that, And people said people ain't trying to have no cake and pies and nothing. People trying to feed their doggone kids. Well, cakes, pies, and sodas is all you want to give. People trying to feed their kids. But then you get told you're ungrateful. Or, But as I said, I wanted to find an opportunity to earn extra income or earn extra money, you know. But yeah, like the BJ's, I tried to see last month this month, earlier this month. I'm not gonna say how much I spent, but I was shocked and surprised that all that food lasted me it didn't even last me a whole month. Like it basically I guess it lasted under 3 weeks, but almost 3 weeks. So yeah. So I mean, I thought that I would try to put it in my budget to see if I can spend maximum of $200 for like a queen size mattress. But I'm afraid to even I'm afraid that I'll go broke if I try to buy a mattress for $200. But yeah, I wanted a queen size comfortable mattress. But like the mattress I had in Los Angeles, that Geneva Hildreth lady, she gave me that mattress, but it was a bed. It was a mattress and a box spring. And then she tried to harass me, telling me you can't sleep on the floor or whatever, you know. But she just wanted an excuse to try to take my money. She said something about that Section 8 wouldn't let me sleep on the floor or something. But, the online gang stalkers, the fact that I just moved up in here and they would harass me and call me a money hungry scammer, you know, for trying to see about. So that's why I figure I would just do without a dinner table. I'm not even going to ask for help for, donations or anything for a dinner table or a couch. But, as I said, I've been living with just a mattress and no other furniture. Even in Denton, Texas, like I had a futon, but I had a futon a couple of times, but the futon would always break. So I was sleeping on, I had to get rid of the futon frame and sleep on the futon mattress, the futon mattress, on the floor. And I didn't have, I had clothes to hang up and I had a big, huge closet, but I didn't have like dressers or anything. But when I was in Los Angeles, that Geneva Hildreth lady, she tried to force her furniture into my house, trying to make like I have to accept this armoire and this bed and this, that. I'm like, I didn't want the for you to offer it to me and then make it like as if it's mandatory that I pay you. Like, why didn't I ask you for these things anyway? And then 3 or 4 years later, she was hounding me down and bullying and harassing me, hounding me down for $30. As rich as you are, you didn't need the doggone $30. But I didn't even ask her for that furniture. But she's trying to say, you have to have furniture. You have to have a TV. You have to have this. I'm like, no, you're not putting no TV in my house. So, I got my storage bins right here. So, as far as furniture, I have this little chair that this tailgate party kind of football, the type of football tailgate parties, this chair. It's not really all that comfortable, but, this chair and this baby mattress, that's the closest to any furniture that I had. But, it's just me, and I don't intend on having any guests. You know, the so like, what's the point of having like a dresser or an armoire or any bookshelves, or for me to have table and chairs, or for me to like a dining set, like a dining table and chairs, or for me to have a sofa, or like a sofa set, or anything, or a reclining chair. I don't have a TV, and I don't want a TV. I'm not watching no TV. But all I would be content and good with is just just trying to get like hopefully a queen size at least mattress, or a queen size bed or mattress or something. But I tried the air mattress thing. Me and the air mattress don't get along. And I'm too big and fat for an air mattress. So I need like and I'm not asking y'all for no donations for a mattress or nothing. I'm just saying that, excuse me, I was just saying that I was just thinking up out loud about how, trying to figure out, if I would or would not have, the money for myself to get like a double, or is it full or double or queen size mattress, because as I said, I feel the need to stretch out, So the online gang stalkers, they harass me and tell me that the neighbors can do whatever they want, or that they can have loud music all they want, or that they can do this and do that, or they can smoke their weed or whatever. But it's amazing that, them doing those things, is very bothersome to me. And it's torturous. But the online strangers whose faces I can't see, they try to dictate that I shouldn't be allowed to have a job. They try to tell me how to spend my money. They try to tell everybody don't donate to me, or they'll tell when I was homeless, they would tell everybody don't donate to me, or they're like, oh, Candy she just moved in that apartment, she's begging already. Well, I didn't have, like, as I said, after spending $450 on 2 deposits plus that storage room, that's why I went so broke this month. And then it's my first month, so I got the temporary blinds. Like, if I would have had permanent curtains, like permanent curtains or whatever, I probably could have, had the curtains or blinds. And then, if I could have had the permanently installed blinds or curtains, and then I could have opened up the windows, in the bedroom and the living room and the kitchen, But during the day, when I'm here, and during the day, I have like the bathroom window open and the 2 front doors open, but the screen door locked. The screen door's locked, But if I gotta take a nap, or which I I almost took one today, but I couldn't because I told y'all why already. So, if it's during the day and I'm taking a nap, or if I'm gone, then you know I gotta close all the windows and the doors, and close and lock all the windows and doors. But today I really wanted to get out of the house and I really wanted to go to the beach. But, I'm feeling a little bit better now. But still, like, feeling very sleep deprived. And I have to keep my earbuds in my ears because of their ghetto noise. But, yeah, how is it that the gang stalkers, they don't want me driving or having a car? They try to control my money and food. And then they tell me that the neighbors or other perps are allowed to do whatever they want. They try to control what ebooks I should write, or think they got the authority to stop me from writing ebooks at all. But then they have nice houses and cars, and I was homeless, and they didn't want me to have anything. But then they fake TI perps and regular perps throw it in my face and lie on me and say that I admitted to being jealous of them for having houses and cars. I don't need to be jealous of anybody that sold their soul. But y'all rich living a high life, and for a homeless person to get a taco meal, oh, you spaz out over that. You know how cheap tacos are? Or for me to just get $4 beans and rice? Or for somebody to give me a $10, gift certificate to a restaurant, or a gift card to a restaurant, not from gang stalking, but $10, just to get me something to eat. Or somebody donated me $10 to get me something to eat. Just spaz out about that. You spaz out and freak out over me getting hotel room out of obvious dangerous weather. But then y'all lie and say that I'm jealous of y'all for having houses and cars and driving. But I really am trying to figure out what is stopping me, or what is hindering me, or why, or how I'm, like cursed with forced low income, and then get criminalized for trying to find ways to have a side hustle or increase my income. So, and then they have the religious, fake Christian, narcissistic abusers that try to say that you being covetous, so you're committing the sin of covetousness, so that's the reason why God is keeping you from having a car or having finances or making any money or anything. I'm like, well, you sold your soul in order to have these nice things. Why isn't he punishing you? Shut the hell up. So, they'll try to use God to discourage you. Like, they even have moments where they try to make it like as if God cursed and punished me with homelessness, or like as if I'm being targeted they just automatically falsely assume that, oh, you're being targeted because you blaspheme God, or you did this, or you blaspheme the Holy Spirit, or you're being targeted because of your sins, or whatever, But then they will boast and brag about that they're targeted because they're chosen. And yet they're doing all this perp shit to me while claiming to be Christian and targeted. But they'll try to make it like as if I'm being heavily targeted, and that I'm not chosen, and that I'm just being targeted as a result of quote unquote karma, that new age fake karma talk, you know. So, but like, well, when I was in Bloomington, I didn't eat out a whole lot, you know, but I had all those crock pot meals and some toaster oven meals, and it seemed like wow, it was a lot of work or a lot of labor, you know, to cut up vegetables and meat and, you know, try to cook, you know. So, like, today feels like one of those days where it's a hot day, but I think yesterday it felt colder or cooler or something, you know. I still think I can hear it a little bit, some noise, whether it's her loud music or somebody blasting their TV or what, you know. But I can't even, like, with my earbuds, for some reason, I can't even sleep with my earbuds in at night anymore. Yeah, I don't even know if they got the TV on. I can hear something. So, but one good thing is, at least I'm glad that I'm glad that I'm not near high traffic. You know, like I was when I was in Bloomington. So for some reason, like the back of my head, all the way down to my neck, down to the bottom of my neck hurts. And this morning, well, no, later this morning or earlier this afternoon, I have like a small boil or cyst or something on the top left of my back, like kind of close to my left shoulder, you know. So, so it is now 4:23 p.m. And on Saturdays the buses they run like every every they run every 2 hours. So I don't know if the last bus would have run at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock on Saturdays, you know. So as I said, like people condemning me about, you know, certain food that I buy, but for me to have like for everything to be financially tight or me having such limited food choices, you know, y'all yell at me like as if I'm rich and got more options on what I can eat or what I can order, you know. So, but as I said, when I try to buy healthy food, they want to make snotty remarks talking about me wasting my money. But then if I eat like muffins or ice cream or something, oh, you're gonna end up dying of a heart attack very soon or something like that, you know. And then David Jane, they gave him 5 thumbs up for talking about you're gaining weight, you're not losing weight, you're gaining weight and getting bigger. And he made 13 harassing comments. But I don't think he, like David had never been like this. So I think there's a handler that's guiding him on what to say or telling him what to say. I think there's a handler that's guiding him on or telling him what to say, you know, because as I said, this was not the David Jane that I know. And I'm not losing weight for y'all. I'm not going to change my diet for y'all. I'm doing it for me. So, yeah, it look like I can't allow myself to go over $200 in groceries, spending my own money, you know. But I heard that there's places like certain churches or whatever that you can go and eat a meal or something. But I don't know if you have to be homeless or if they're open to everybody, open to the public, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to live here or what to do, you know, or what's the best way to survive. But like when I was living in Bloomington, I would get my groceries and try to buy healthier, like fruits and vegetables and healthier natural meats and seasonings and sauces or maybe some farina or oatmeal and I would give myself like one dessert and it might be cake or chips or cookies or something, you know. But I spent a nice bit of days without having something sweet. But then if the harassment was too bad, you know, you might see me, you know, have like an ice cream bar or something like that. But I wish I could. I wish there was a way where if I can have a business and sell things, you know, even if it's non-food items. I wish I knew of what to do or what avenues to take or how I don't know how much money I'm supposed to have or and people will leave me hanging. People wouldn't even want to help me with how to start a business, you know. But me being a blogger and an author, the online perps, they're suppressing and making sure that I don't have any success with that, you know. So, and tomorrow's October 1st. I don't even know if I should just start to take like, if I should start to take walks, but then again, in this being in a dangerous neighborhood, you know, like when I was staying at the motel down the street, when I was staying at the motel down the street, it was around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, and I tried to go for a walk, and you know, people in the neighborhood in the area were bullying, harassing, and threatening me, and they would be perps. You know, even ghetto perps try to make threats to get me locked up in a mental institution and try to call me crazy. Excuse me, when I try to point out their one headlight or something like that, you know. But I'm very disgusted with all this gang stalking activity and just need my peace. Like even in here, it's like a struggle to survive. You know, being targeted, housed or homeless, being targeted, it's a fight or a battle every day to survive. So, but I'm just, I mean, it's really scary going through this and not really having support. And for nobody to believe you, even the ones that claim that they're going through this also, act like a perp and bully you, and then falsely lie and say that I'm not a real TI. But they be perping and bullying me and then use projection. But they got too many new age fake people falsely glorifying themselves as God's chosen or chosen ones. You know, and then they bully and perp. And, you know, when you target it and talk about how basically everything is sabotaged and you force low income and, you know, they struggle to make you totally penniless and destroy your life behind their crimes, you know, and then I get told that you're childish, or, you know, why are you worrying about what other people have, or you're childish, or, you know, you need to be content with what you have, or stop worrying about what or somebody else got, or whatever. But then those are the same people who narcissistically don't want me driving, or they don't want me with a car. And it's like, what am I doing wrong? How can I get out of this predicament? I'm feeling helpless. But then they will say that you got yourself there. You put yourself in this problem, you know. So the same people who be like, don't worry about what other people say, or don't worry about what other people think, they be the main ones narcissistically smear campaigning you, putting stuff in people's head and manipulating them to think you're a bad person and tell everybody to stay away from you. You know. But like me feeling sleep deprived right now, I'm sitting here feeling like as if I'm half dead. I'm sitting here feeling like as if I'm half dead. And if I don't get good sleep tonight, I'm gonna feel robbed. I mean, I would feel like it's so much robbery. You know, so yeah, as I said, I'm just, you know, trying to survive. But the vibrating and the torture is so bad that I can't even, like, I'm feeling uncomfortable at this very second right now. You know, and I know y'all would get frustrated and annoyed for me to, you know, talk about every night if I were to document, like just like when I documented the noise campaigns when I was in Bloomington, people kept getting, you know, people in the so-called TI community that kept on getting frustrated at me for talking about the noise harassment and noise campaign torture. So I know people would get frustrated and get mad at me for talking about the vibrating torture. But I mean, it's excruciating torture in a way that I can't even describe. You know, for me to be just hypersensitive with everything. You know, so I actually need rest. I need sleep, but the noise harassment, noise campaigns, the vibrating, and me not having a good mattress, and the direct energy weapons, you know, the reason why I haven't been able to sleep so great. You know, but as I said, I wanted to be able to, I'm not going to quit dairy, but I have a plan, you know, or a desire to want to reduce, you know, even though I bought some ice cream and muffins today, but this is like a immediate survival thing. But when I get my groceries, you know, I hope to, you know, eat less ice cream, cookies, unless maybe if I make it myself or something. But try to be strong enough to overcome the temptations to have, like, something sweet to eat, or, but I've been doing much better than much better than I did years ago. Like now, like I'm not even a glutton anymore. You know, well, I mean, I guess there can be moments for me to relapse, but I'm not even a glutton anymore. I don't overeat anymore like I used to. You know, but I'm sick and tired of being 40 years old and everybody trying to control me. But that guy on TikTok that got a little frustrated at, when I said that I heard that they rape female TI as well. He said that they rape males too. And I felt really bad, and I didn't realize, well, he supposedly been raped or something too, So, but I don't hear that much about the male TIs, but the females I mainly hear about. But then they said that um, over, some people say over 75%, other people say over 90% of the targeted individuals are females. And then the other 25 or maybe 10% is males. But they got more guys claiming to be targeted that I see than women. And I really don't see teenagers or younger adults. It's like people at least 28 and over that I see, talking about themselves being targeted, So thanks for listening to me. I'm feeling like my anxiety is so high right now, but I'm going to have to get off this video. So I'll see y'all. Love y'all.